You're scared as hell, and you're not going to take it anymore. Hey everyone, it's John Benson from johnbensonfitness.com, and hey, dressed like a normal adult today. Kind of like a normal adult. I'd like to go over the fear of fitness with you today. The fear of being fit. Yes, you are actually afraid on some level of being fit. Unless you're already fit, then you're probably not afraid of it. But even people like me who have gone through periods, and most of the time being very fit, very super fit, have a fear of being fit. I'm going to share my 3 fears later in the video. I want to know what yours are. Believe it or not, fear is associated with every single goal that you have. Now, some of the goals you have are kind of obvious. You're afraid of maybe climbing a mountain. Well, that makes total sense. You may fall and die. But some of the goals that makes no sense at all, like the fear of being wealthy, you're afraid of success. Those kind of fears don't make a lot of reasonable sense. So I'm going to ask you today to consider the fear of fitness. Why are you afraid of being healthy, lean, vibrant, and muscular? Does this make any sense to you at all? No, it should make no sense to you at all, but it's there. There's one biochemical process that you need to be aware of when it comes to how your brain processes fear. It's the process that says, run away. That process comes from a long, long period of us being afraid of both the real and the unreal. Sounds in the forest, maybe a tiger, maybe you have to take off. You take off for no reason. It's not logical. Sometimes it's not logical, but that's the way the brain works. So you have a fear mechanism in your brain that says run away. Even if it's a good thing, run away. You hear a noise, run away. You want to be fit, run away. Perhaps now you know why yo-yo dieting is so rampant, the seesaw dieting kind of thing, because you have a runaway syndrome. On one side, you really want the goal. You really want to be fit. You really want to be lean. You want to be healthy. On the other side, you have this fear thing. Run away, run away. I think there's a tiger. Probably not the tiger thing, but I think you get my point. Now, this is actually classified as a mental problem. Now, I'm not talking about mental problem as in Britney Spears, Michael Jackson, the mental problem. I'm talking about mental disorder as in the neurons aren't firing in the right direction or the signals and the synapses aren't exactly connecting. You're not connected to your higher goals. What is the highest goal that you have? The intermediate goals are getting in the way. False security, false self-protection, those kind of things. That's one way you can overcome this fear is always think of your highest objectives. For example, I want to be lean and fit so I can be a role model for my children. Well, now you've leaped miles above fear because most people love their children more than they're into being afraid. So here's my question of the day. I want you to answer it. What is the biggest challenge for you to become lean, fit, and healthy when it comes to fear? What are you the most afraid of? And to help you out, I'm going to rather embarrassingly cover my 3 biggest fears when it comes to fitness. Yes, I have them. I absolutely have them, and I have either chosen to walk through them, or when I haven't, I've ended up in not the best shape of my life. Fear number 1, working my ass off and falling short of my own expectations, which are usually sky high, or the expectations of others. Yeah, embarrassing and silly, isn't it? I just had this happen. I was in France for a while and I started training very hard like I normally do. And I was getting ready for a fitness cruise in January of this year, 2009. And I started a little late. I started 3 or 4 weeks late, so I didn't end up in top shape, but I ended up in good shape for sure. And it just so happens to be that a good friend of mine made a comment about one of my YouTube videos going, "Hey man, did you drop fat? Man, you look really fit in your videos." I'm like, dude, I've put on fat. What are you talking about? I'm not training at the same level that I'm at right now. Now, I haven't put on a tremendous amount of fat, but I put on fat. And I'm like, well, man, if people aren't even going to notice how fit you are or look at you and think, oh my gosh, he's not fit, what the I beeped that out for family viewing pleasure. But that's the way I feel. It's like sometimes that's a fear. And so I have to overcome that fear by going, well, I care. And that's more important. That is much more important than what other people see or what other people think. Fear number 2, responsibility. See if you can follow me on this one. Now, I'm a pretty responsible guy. I am very responsible when it comes to work. I have a very high work ethic. I pay my bills. I'm on time. I don't beat the dog, that kind of thing. But I'm horribly irresponsible when it comes down to scheduling. I hate following a schedule. So that's one of the reasons I wrote the Every Other Day diet. I created a diet where I didn't have to follow a schedule. That's just one of the many reasons. But hey, I don't have to follow a schedule, and I stay lean, and I can stay fit, and I can get in ultra fit shape if I want to. Link over there if you want to check it out for yourself. But I don't like to maintain I have to eat. It's 3:35 p.m. I must take 47 amino acids. Now, there are times where I go through scheduling like that, and it's okay, like the 21-day super fit radical fat loss thing. But most of the time, it's not enjoyable for me. So I struggle with responsibility, knowing that the more fit I become, the more responsible I'm going to have to become with my schedule. We're scheduled for training, scheduled for, not for eating, because I've got that part solved, but definitely for training, and scheduled for cardio and things like that. I have to get up a little earlier. So it's kind of a silly fear, but it's there. Number 3, pain. Yes, pain, physical pain. When I go to the gym, it's not to train, it's to create a train wreck, okay? I have a very intense workout. 7-minute muscle sounds, oh, cheesy. No, it's not. It's very, very, very hard. So mine's 14 minutes long, and it is not a stress relief at all. It is very intense. And I enjoy that. I really do. The first week, however, of gearing up to mentally go through that, there's some fear. Because if there is pain, I'm not talking about pain like, oh my God, my knee's going to implode, but one more rep. You know it's working because you're almost dead. I'm not into that kind of macho BS. What I'm talking about is just pain. For example, I can't ride my motorcycle for 2 days after a leg workout because I can't support the bike on one leg when you pull up to a stop sign. It's rather embarrassing. You pull up to a stop sign, you put your leg down, the bike just falls over because my legs are so sore from squatting the 2 days before. One time I had to literally sleep in the car because I got a little carried away. I hadn't trained in a while, and that's pain. Now, I'm not encouraging that level of training for everybody. What I'm saying is for me, I enjoy it. I like bodybuilding and I like to push the envelope. You don't have to do that to be fit. You don't even have to do that to be super fit. I just prefer it. So those are my top 3 fears. What are yours? And now, the nifty outro.